Well, you asked for it. Welcome to another high quality and high effort tier list video. Today, we're going to be doing late 90s, early 2000s snacks, all right? This should be pretty broad and almost every one of you should be able to relate to this. So let's jump into it because this one's going to be a spicy one. First off, we got Gushers. Gushers were only given to kids whose parents loved them. If you never got Gushers, your parents hated you straight up. That and like fruit by the foot. Those were the two snacks that if you had those in middle school, in high school, fuck it, dude, you have those right now, I'm snagging one. All right, I need to try your Gushers. Please give me them. They came in a pack of like 7, and when you keep them in your lunchbox, they just fuse together in one giant amalgamation. And there were two types of people: the people that would eat Gushers one at a time, and the people that would just cram them all into their mouth and just that was probably as close to a female orgasm as I'm ever gonna get. Gushers are definitely A tier. Warheads, my mouth is actually salivating now that I'm just looking at the logo. It's crazy. That thing is the definition of Pavlovian response, all right? Warheads fucked you up. And every kid has had a bout with Warheads where they just ate them until their tongue bled. I'm saying B tier because as good as they were such a situational candy. God, I really need to swallow. Cowtails were the most confusing snack in the world, okay? You got maybe 1 or 2 mystery Cowtails found their way into your Halloween candy bag, and you were like, what the fuck is this? You bit into it, and it was just a white man's churro. It was just shitty, cream-filled, non-existent bullshit and sugar. So I'm really not a fan. I'm going to put them in D tier because they're just not trash, but they're not great. Jawbreakers are F tier, and if you want to fight me about this, you can. Name one person you saw go out of the way to eat a Jawbreaker, all right? I'm not talking about Willy Wonka's everlasting gobstopper, whatever the fuck. I'm talking about Jawbreakers themselves. They're unwieldy in size. They're stupid. It's just a chore to eat them. And they're always inside the gummiest machine. I don't know a single person who's used one of those gacha machines at the supermarket to get a Jawbreaker. Like, that's disgusting. Lemon heads, fucking F tier. What is wrong with you people? They suck. That's the poor man's Warhead. It's not as sweet. It's not as sour. It just tastes like shit lemons. It's stupid. This is the kind of candy I expect my grandma to have in her purse. Pixy Sticks are S tier. Not only did you eat them, you snorted them, you took them like the giant 3-foot ones, and you just pounded as much of that straight sour sugar straight into your 15-year-old or 12-year-old or 9-year-old veins, and you just sprinted around the house until you ran into the wall. Fuck yeah, Pixy Sticks. Helping kids learn the power of cocaine at a young age. Big fan. Fireball is F tier. Anyone that likes those or like the hot tamales or big red gum, fuck you. You psychopaths, you future serial killers, that's disgusting. Why would I want to put something that's uncomfortably warm in, just gargle hot sauce if you're that desperate for attention. Sour Patch are A tier. Smarties are D tier only because you always smoked them as a kid. You know, you pound them up into powder, you'd inhale that, you'd probably shave 3 years off your life, and then you'd cough it up like you're vaping. Spoiler alert, kids just actually vape now. And I bet you there's a vape juice called Smarties. Take me off a piece of that B tier candy. It's just chocolate and nougat. I mean, it was just crunchy enough that it was nice. But Kit Kats would always melt in your hand the second your hand touched the chocolate, so I wasn't a big fan of that. Hershey's Kisses are D tier. American chocolate sucks, and if you don't believe that, you're sheep, okay? I went to Hershey Park maybe 5 times in my entire life. I ate straight from the spout, all right? I took the tour. I know what fresh Hershey chocolate tastes like. It tastes like shit. Regret and not good. Okay, there's a reason Ghirardelli has a shop in every mall. It's because people will pay $30 for a square of chocolate so they don't have to eat the bullshit that America calls chocolate, with air quotes. This one's tough. Putting in C tier. This is crazy. C tier is kind of in the weird spot. Everybody loved a ring pop, but the drawbacks were just too much, man. They were just too much. Like the fact that they would just eventually slobber and spit would just cover you and it would just be your own. Like, the only thing sloppier than a ring pop halfway to completion is a blowjob from Riley Reid. Like, I mean, there's spit everywhere. That and push pops. Lollipops like this are D tier because you could get them at the bank, you know, like you got them when you got a shot when you were a kid. The only flavors worth using from that were blue raspberry and maybe the mystery flavor from time to time. Nobody wants butterscotch on a stick. These I don't even know. I think I've had them once. They're like the root beer chewy gummies. They suck. What does it say? Ouch, bubblegum? Never had it. You're my wonder ball. Oh, fucking trash tier candy, all right? It was like the thinnest layer of chocolate, and then maybe you got something interesting on the inside, but it wasn't interesting. It was like, how could we make toys that come out of a cereal box worse? Squeezables, I remember them, but I don't remember anybody really eating them that much, so Juji Fruit! F tier, so bad. Like, the worst Mike and Ike ripoff ever. And somebody's probably like, well, actually, it came first. You know what? If you came first, you should probably figure out how to not suck as much, all right? These little Gummy Sharks, these were like filler candies that you'd put in the bag when you went to Wegmans or like the candy shop. Airheads are B tier. I'm tempted to put them in A tier because they had a really good blue raspberry flavor, but the red flavor tasted like cough syrup, and I don't really think I ever tried another flavor besides the mystery white flavor, which was just like not colored blue raspberry. Yes. I'm going to have to put these at C tier because everybody liked eating these. Like, the banana ones didn't taste like banana. Like, all these flavors tasted like somebody who was blind tried to describe what color they were looking at. You know what I mean? But for taste. Did that make sense? Probably not. Doesn't matter. I was fine with them. Just wasn't a huge fan. Big League Chew, teaching kids to chew tobacco since, what, 1920? Worst gum ever. Literally no flavor. Just inconvenient. Fun Dip, S tier. You can notice a theme. I like powdered sour shit. I just like powder. I have a predisposition to cocaine, apparently. Fun Dip was incredible. Gummy Bears are just bottom of the list, okay? They're just not good. They have no flavor. They're chewy. I don't like them. I don't even know what this is. Pop Rock C tier, only because that was just a weird thing. It was just sugar that would pop in your mouth, and the novelty wore off about halfway a bag through, so you were like, I guess I'm just going to eat the sugar. No idea what this is. Looks like a gum ball. Fruit string thing. No, I've never had it. Just sounds like a shitty Twizzler. Oh, put these bitches up in the A tier. You used to trade for these in zebra cakes when you were in school. Like, I remember there was a black market that went to buying all the confectionery goods that you could get. They would always come 2 in a pack, and somebody's parents loved them way more than the Gushers kids. Twinkies are C tier. Fight me about it. Seriously, there's better options in that same category, like zebra cakes or like what we got up here, like uh-ohs. There's Grizz. I'm making a video. Like snowballs. Snowballs are B tier because I just kind of wasn't a huge fan of the, like, outside. It was just Nerds, get on up there in the S tier area. There's a reason I like Nerds. It's because they were easy to eat one at a time or by the box. They were sour, but they weren't too sour. They didn't really get old. The flavors were interesting. They also came with a resealable package. Like, that was next level. I mean, we're talking about a box this big of candy. You mean to tell me you think a 9-year-old's gonna have the self-control to just slide that little tab back in? He's like, all right, Mr. Half-Full Box of Nerds, I'm gonna save you for later. No. Baby Bottle Pops, C tier. Why, Tucker? Why are they C tier? They're sugar. You like it because they were inferior and always like the little like baby bottle pop that you had to lick got stupid sticky. You could never save it for later. If you did, then you were just licking like sandpaper. It was not a good alternative to Fun Dip, and it looked weird. And you got your hands sticky. It was like just a failure all around, but it was still all right. These miniature marshmallow things are D tier. I mean, I've had them every now and then, but like, I would never go out of my way to eat them. I'm kind of ranking these candies based off of how much would I want to trade for these in a Halloween candy swap. Scooby-Doo snacks, I don't really remember that much. I'm going to put them down there. I feel like they were just These? Fucking terrible, all right? Just, they're called like dots or whatever, and I remember just, like, they're just sugar dots. They don't taste any different. They color your tongue. How did we let this exist? This is a travesty. Starburst are C tier, and you're gonna be shocked to know why. Because when everyone eats these things and selects only one of the flavors as acceptable, the original flavors that is, then I have a problem with it. They're gonna say, what about Airheads? Yeah, shut up, okay? Starbursts were more of a chore to eat. They just were. And I didn't really love chewing down a million times on like a slightly stale Starburst. Allow it. Circus Peanuts were D tier, same reason Mallows were D tier. It's just like, what does it say? Dibs? Are these Butterfinger BBs? Why not just say Butterfingers? These are gonna be D tier, I guess. Butterfinger BBs suck, and Butterfinger Originals gunked up your teeth. I always remember eating the Butterfingers on, Halloween, wondering, like, do people really think this is a top tier candy? Because it's fucking not. Skittles. Gotta put them on the B tier. The Skittles B tier is strong because it is a solid choice. You can eat it one at a time or by the bag. I just felt like they got kind of boring towards the end, and it was just all right. Same reason with Airheads. A lot of chewing going on. Mini Robin things, don't know what it is. Yes, sir, another S tier. Those who love fruit roll-ups are elite. You could do fruit roll-up races. You could ball it up and eat it all at once. You could, it was good. They came with tattoos for your tongue. I mean, shit, guys. That's next level when you're a kid. This was the coolest candy. And it was a good candy. Obviously, we have to put fruit roll-ups up there as well. Wait a minute. Are these two different things? That's fruit by the foot, and this is fruit roll-ups. Oh, shit. This one was the one with the tattoos. Well, fruit roll-ups are fine, but fruit by the foot was the original. They're both good. Fuck it, guys. That's my tier list. Pretty solid tier list. I would like to say I think I put too many in the S tier. Maybe I could have moved nerds down to A, but I'm pretty happy with this tier list. It's aesthetically pleasing. That took way longer than I thought it would. If you guys have your own suggestions for individual tier lists you'd like to see, let me know below. And as always, I love doing videos with minimal effort. These are fun. I'll talk to you all later.